Welcome to the 8th episode of the Middleborough High School Building Project video. It's mid-January now, and a lot of progress has been made since our last episode. We're standing behind the school now, and a lot of the sheathing on the back of the building is complete. The next thing that goes up will be brick. We're standing outside the corner of the building where we're working on the vapor barrier. It's a spray-applied system that seals the building. It's applied over the green sheathing that you see going up all around the building. On top of this, we'll put in a layer of foil-faced insulation and then erect the bricks. Over the past month, the contractor has worked on a mock-up, which shows the building finishes as they'll be once constructed. It's a way for the architect to evaluate how all the different materials selected for the building will look together. Since our last episode, the roof was completed on this portion of the building. That has allowed the electrician to start his work. So as you can see, as you look around, there's wires hanging everywhere. In addition to that, some of the sheetrock work is already being done in preparation for creation of spaces that need special finishes. One of the recent advances in the installation of automatic sprinkler systems is the flex head for sprinkler heads. It allows you to come along afterwards and hang a ceiling in there and locate the flex head exactly where it needs to be, instead of hard piping it. This is an electric room on the first floor. All the cabinets for the breakers are already installed, and the electrician will be running the wires into the terminals over the next couple of weeks. There are rooms like this all over the building. This is the first floor of the classroom wing. At this point, the classrooms are all studded up. A lot of the wood blocking has been installed for future cabinets. The door frames have all been installed, and now electrical and plumbing work is proceeding. We're standing in the second floor main corridor of the classroom wing. What's evident here is the ductwork that drops down from the third floor down to the first floor through holes in the floor system. The main sprinkler lines have already been run, as well as the ductwork for the heating, venting, and air conditioning. A lot of plumbing has been done to hook up the labs and the restrooms. And the main roof drains have been piped down through this area. The roof drains through the center of the building through large cast iron pipes. It exits the building and enters the stormwater control system on site. This is the condition of the rotunda, which is the center architectural feature of the high school. All the corridors empty out here, and the various sections of the building connect to each other here. So this is the sort of downtown main street of the high school. All of the steel has been fireproofed, and the upper area has been studded in and is going to be ready for sheathing and eventually windows. Behind me is the second floor of the B wing. They're currently working on the roof area, and they should wrap that up shortly so that we can continue with the fireproofing of the steel. The first floor below it has already been largely bricked up with blocks to separate the areas such as the kitchens and the locker rooms. They'll be working up here next week. We're on the third floor of the C building, which is starting to progress and following the progress of the first floor and the second floor. It lags behind, probably 4 to 6 weeks behind it, and it really depends on sharing manpower with other parts of the building. But it's watertight, the fireproofing has been complete, the stud walls are largely in, and now as manpower allows, electrical, plumbing, and ductwork is being installed. This is a view from the observation window at the 3rd floor level looking down into the rotunda. There isn't access to the rotunda and the monumental stair from the 3rd floor, but you'll be able to look in and see what's going on there. This is the central corridor on the 1st floor of the B wing. On our left is the cafeteria support area, which includes the teacher dining room, the kitchens, and the electric and sprinkler rooms. On the right-hand side of this corridor is the girls' locker room. This is a view of the gymnasium. A lot of the masonry work is complete. The roof structure is complete. The roofing will be installed next week, and the roof drains. And then the north wall over on this side, toward the inside of the building, will be constructed. This is a view inside the auditorium. A tremendous amount of work has been completed in this space since the last time we were here. The roof trusses were installed, the roof decking is largely on. The stadium-style seating toward the back of the auditorium has been framed up, and within the next 2 weeks they'll be pouring concrete there. And then what remains is final grading for the lower section and preparation of the stage surface. The auditorium has been set up with catwalks to provide a certain area for stagehands to adjust lighting. And the stage has the ability to have a fly system, and there's a catwalk up high to access that so that scenery can be lifted from the stage directly up. Although site work has ground to a halt during the winter, some things are still moving ahead with respect to athletic items. The bleachers for the stadium are being installed as we speak. The main framing is in, and they'll be installing the seating later this week and next week. The scoreboards for the softball field, baseball field, and the stadium have been erected, and those will be wired up and completed shortly. The concession building is way ahead of schedule. That has run ahead, and now they're bricking up the walls of that building, and that's totally enclosed now and heated, so they can do that work. Thank you for joining us for this 8th episode of the Middleborough High School Construction Project. We'll see you again next month.